Today we're going to talk about George Malek, what he brought to our family. Didn't get to know him a lot. All I know is that he brought a lot of joy, excitement into our family. He didn't care who we were, how we were. He always tried to fit in. He always brought laughter, joy, and he brought a lot of love into our family, everybody. I still remember when I met him. My nephews, Jonas and Andrea, didn't accept him, didn't want nothing to do with him, and they chose to move in with Berta. And they gave my sister an ultimatum that it was him or them, and obviously she chose him. And the reason she chose him is because me and my sister had a long conversation. I told my sister that if she loved them, and she described them in a way that she's never described nobody in this entire world. And he won my love and my trust and my cuñado-ness. You guys got to understand a little thing that I was Kike's cuñado, and in the beginning it was hard for me, and at all points it was real hard for me to accept them 100%. I accepted him into the family and everything, but I never had a one-on-one communication. We never went out. We never did nothing together. Maybe it was my selfishness, my jealousy. Maybe I wasn't ready to accept another brother-in-law from Rachel. And it's been like that with Linda's and Alex. Alex is all right. I get along with him. Esmeralda's alright, I get along with him. Georgie's alright, I get along with him. Nothing like my brother-in-law Kicks, you know. So I asked Rachel, is she willing to go through whatever she has to go through, and she said yeah. She wanted to be happy. Everybody's got to understand that. She wanted to be happy. She wanted to be loved. She wanted it. She needed somebody to talk to, someone to that she could call her own and depend on those long conversations, those depression conversations. You guys got to understand, when she met him, it was exactly the time just before. Just after that Kike passed away. So it really hit her. It really hit her. And she started on the day nap at the fish swim. And she soon I started talking to him. And they used to spend hours and hours and hours and hours. And he was like a philosopher. He was an exciting person. He had a lot of charismatic. He had a lot of funny stories, you know. He was down and he was funny and exciting, and he made everything a lot better, you know. So I asked Rachel, like I told everybody, I asked her personally, and I told her, are you willing to accept whatever comes? She said, yeah. So the kids, I talked to them and they said they didn't want nothing to do with her. Brian and everybody, Brian said, I'm with my dad, and the kids, they went with Berta. And Rachel, I told Rachel, just let them go. I swear to God, I promise Rachel that they're going to love them. They're going to accept them. They're not going to have no ultimatum. She asked me, are you sure? I told her, yeah. I'm backing you up 100%. And I was talking to Berta, not to make it easy to them, make it hard, make it complicated. they could struggle, you know, for they could come to the common sense, you know. And don't make it easy for them, because then you're gonna have them all your life. Bertha was those persons that she was willing to do it, you know. She was willing to sacrifice. Puts a lot of weight on her shoulders, you know. And Bertha, for whatever reason, has a bad temper, you know. Everything irritates her. Everything. She could be moody, and she could be a person that gets disturbed right away and starts just moaning and bitching, you know, everybody. And I asked Bertha, we need that. We need that, Bertha. And she says, I'm gonna try, mijo, but I gotta be there for them, you know. I told her, look, Bertha, trust me, this man is worth the person. So I decided to get the kids and have a conversation with them. So I got everybody together at Rachel's house, and I gave them an ultimatum, and I gave them a time frame, and he thought I was gonna come fuck him up. And me, Danny, Andrea, Jonas, and Brian got there at the home, and I let everybody just burst out, be themselves, and say whatever they wanted. Naturally, Andrea started crying. And Jonas always been the emotional kid. Doesn't really cry, but you know that he wants to cry, but he doesn't cry. He's a tough motherfucker, eh? He's tough. And Brian's always been the instigator and the big brother that really wants to take charge and wants to take lead and wants his way. But see, he's brought up old school because of his dad. And I told him that he doesn't really live with Rachel. He had technically no opinion. But I made him feel comfortable that he was the man. He was the man of the house. And I was just there for my sister Rachel. And I told them that I talked to George and I schooled him and didn't fuck him up. He was big, everybody, but no match. But I didn't need to, because he had joy and love and something inside his heart that he wanted this love. He needed this love. He wanted this responsibility. He wanted this obligation, you know what I mean? He needed us as well as we needed him. And after the conversation, Andrea and Jonas determined, after like a month or two, I'm not exactly sure, after they were screaming, asking for the opportunity, for love, for attention, and for help. But it was hard for them because they just had heard about their father that just passed away and how he got tortured and everything. So they weren't ready to just accept anybody. And they didn't know if he was just a person of the weekend or a person for a lifetime. And they were not ready to open up their hearts and be willing to accept somebody to come into their life, you know? It was a strange and awkward moment for them. And I told him, look, he's gonna start coming around. He's gonna be around. He's gonna earn his stripes, whatever. And anytime you guys have any problem with him, whatever, you call me. I'll beat the shit out of him. I'll throw him out. Don't worry about that. I'll be the first one to get their back. If he does anything stupidly, if he fucking looks at them like with an attitude, a bitchy attitude, whatever, I'll be there. I swear to God, magic happened. A miracle happened that they got along. Not only did they get along, every day that he existed with them, he worked his ass for them. He fucking tried to do whatever it took to belong to the family, you know. And he wanted to go to our parties. He wanted to be around. He wanted to take charge. He went out of his way. He brought a lot of love and laughter and a lot of magic into our family. We have never experienced that. He didn't look like that. He looked like a gangster, you know, veterano gangster, and he went through the whole shit. He did piedra and all that shit too, you know. So he knew what's up. He had tattoos. He was sleeved up. He was down. He was from Egypt, everybody. Cairo to be exact. And Danny started coming around just to keep an eye on him. And Danny always like, not punked him, but make sure that he knew that where he stood at. And any little fuck up, he was gonna handle him, you know. And George, he knew he's never gonna do nothing. He took it from Danny, he took it from everybody, from Andrea, from Jonas, from everybody. He fucking earned everybody's love, everybody's respect. And I had occasions used to get jealous because they didn't need me no more. They had George. George used to do mechanic. George used to have conectas. George was fucking always at their disposal. He was always there on time. He never threw an attitude. He always had a smile. He always went out of his way. He fucking did everything. He even called my mom. I used to get jealous, like, what the fuck you calling my mom, man? And he's like, well, it's my mom. He remember his mom. And it was always amazing surprise that we had our mother and that we had an opportunity to love her and everything. As time went on, Andrea got pregnant and he was there every single day, every single step out of the way for Andrea. And I don't know what happened, that it was like a father figure to them, you know. He earned that respect, and I felt joy and I felt excitement that they gave him an opportunity, because I know we're not cold-blooded, everybody, and I know we're all life's thrown shit at us, and we're scared. Everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid to love, afraid to tell people that they need love. They need somebody to be there. And he was that person. He was that person. He always was there for my mom, for my sister, for my nieces and nephews, and for Angel. Angel used to call him Grandpa. He earned that name. He used to always buy carritos and ice cream, and Paletero Man will come and they'll go out there, and he was an awesome person. At some point, started taking dialysis, and he knew his lifespan wasn't long, and he took pride and joy of every single second that he lived, and he really made a strong impact in our family. He got dialysis like my mom. We got to see him in pain and everything, and no matter how much in pain he was, he never bitched, he never whined, he never gave up. He took it like a man. He put his Egyptian culture way up in our family. Remember when he got married, they did the cuchillos and didn't allow women to dance. I said, fuck that, we still dance. He never told us we can't, we could, or it's against the religion or anything. He didn't care. He was ready to accept everything. And like I say, he got dialysis, and my mom and him and Jojo dialysis. They cut his leg as well as Jojo's. And it seems like if they cut their legs and they give them more love, more excitement, more fight into their lives. It seems like when you're at your worst, you're at your best, everybody. And we buried my mom. Emotional, he was there with us, and he helped my family. He showed us how to be excited, not sorrow. He made our most difficult time easier. Then after that, we had my grandma. Then after that, we had Jojo. Then after that, it was his turn. And 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, he passed away, everybody. And where I started, that was a hospital that his last breath. And it was awesome, everybody. It was awesome to be around him, to share an awesome life. Even though it was short, but every second he did an impact on us, and he really earned every single hug, appreciation, our love, and our trust, everybody. And I don't think there's going to be another church malek. Grateful that my sister allowed him to be part of our family, and she brought an awesome person into our lives. He used to love Olo riders, Lincolns, Marquis. He was a hot rod man. He used to collect the little carritos, hot rods. He used to collect the gangster pistolitos. He had all kinds of tools and gadgets. We always had a connection, everybody. When my sister met him, he was the butler for this rich millionaire. Taking care of his family and them, they'll take him, drive him, everything. He was an awesome person, everybody. Once he got sick, he wanted to find love, and he found it. He had money, everybody. His parents had left him money, and it's fucking awesome, everybody. Now that everything time has passed, we remember him. We appreciate him. And Rachel, strongly, whatever, she's moving on. She still talks to George Malek's best friend. I think they're secretly dating or something. But he's also awesome. He's also a person to admire and respect. Not only because he was George's best friend, but they got brought up together, and him and Rachel, they really have a strong connection because of George. And George wanted him, or my sister, to be happy. And he knew that he couldn't provide what Rachel was gonna need for the rest of her life. And he supported her, encouraged her, and motivated her, and I bet George is in heaven just looking down, and he's like, that's what he wanted. I haven't passed through George's hospital in a while. And, my last job, I finished there, and I had to make the George story. So everybody, I know that most of you know him. And who didn't know him, just imagine a big baby Huey, a person that had a lot of love, brought a lot of laughter, did awkward noises and bursts out of suddenly. It took a while getting used to him because we weren't used to being so curious, you know. We always kept it to ourselves. When we hurt by ourselves. When we go through pain, we go by ourselves. And he taught us to spread it, say it. I remember Jonas, what he said at the funeral. He goes, I never really got to know my dad. And then he got taken away. And now, I'm going through the same thing with George. Now that I'm really getting to know him and I'm excited, he goes away. But he left Jonas a job because of the dialysis that George was taking. They evicted him from the hospital. And Jonas started doing dialysis, and I think he does good. I think it's a good career. He has a lot of love, a lot of excitement. And deep inside, he remembers my mom and George and Jojo, and he knows that those people need a lot of love. And Jonas got it. That's what it takes. I'm proud of you, Jonas. And Andrea, she got to really not depend on him, but include him in her life, and he was always there for her and Angel. And she's seen the love that he tried every day. He bought them their first cars, both of them, showed them how to drive, and he always told them that whatever they needed, he would find a way. Not the fanciest cars, whatever. His Marquis of Lincoln, he had a fucking train horn on it. It was funny. He's crazy. And like I said, he was like 6'2", 6'3", tall. You felt that he was a mean person, or he was a different kind of person than what he was. I just want to thank God that put him in our past, and we got to learn from him, and that we got to be there for him. And yes, he's part of our family, everybody. Yes, we accepted him with all those weird, awkward noises and bursts and whatever comes with them. Proud of my sister that she's doing good at coming along, and hopefully she continues this life with somebody aside of her that makes her a better person and gives her all the love and all the attention and all the laughter and all the whatever she needs. George, we'll see you in heaven, eh?